you know how at times life has got its own plan which you had never signed up for? Well, I wanted to fly planes and become a pilot. So, from dreams of hitting the runway to actually analyzing how much runway is left in the client's business, I became a CA through life's own unexpected twists and turns, which actually steered me into the world of balance sheet instead of boarding passes. Hi everyone, I am Srijani Maity, a CA and one who has spent 6 years in the corporate world across domains like statutory audit and financial due diligence with Big Fours. Well, this sounds like a LinkedIn bio, right? And I do not intend to make it one. So let's dive straight into some of the backstory out there, and trust me, it's not going to be a straight line. So back in my school days, my teachers used to have a kind of love and hate relationship with me. Love because I used to secure good marks, and hate because despite their multiple attempts of them bringing me in the front rows, I would always end up sitting at the last bench with my group of friends and try to plan and plot our next mischief out there. So my friends would call me a topper. But I would align with that statement until my class 10 because I would always aim for the highest marks out there. And in my 10th boards, although I could not score a perfect 10 on 10 CGPA, and I did lament over it that why I am getting 9.8 like all those topper kind of students do. So that I also did because I could not score a perfect A1 grade in my Hindi subject. Hindi was my weaker subject. Anyways, choosing science was never a second guess for me. It was the route I was aiming to take, of course. And I used to be too good in physics, chemistry, and math. So it was a chosen route for me taking up the science stream. So, what led to a perfect student carved out to take science to pursue commerce? Well, there was a huge plot twist to the story. So back in my childhood days, I was first diagnosed with lazy eye. Now, it's a kind of disorder to people who do not know that one of your eyes is a weaker eye, okay? So for me, my left eye was a weaker eye, and apparently you have to basically, exercise and train your brain to see from your left. So the brain is basically inclined towards the stronger eye, which was my right, and it did not make an attempt to see from the left eye. So you have to train it and get all the eye patches and exercise every day to cure this disorder. So it is curable when you are young, but when my mom actually tried to make me do all these kind of exercises, I was like very impatient, restless, and I used to throw all kind of tantrums to do this exercise, to train my left eye apparently to see, to train my brain apparently to see from my left. So for me it was like eventually when I grow, I think this is going to be better, so useless doing all kind of these activities. Little did I know that later going on, I would have to give up my dreams because of such careless attitude of mine. But yeah, being a child and being very young, that was my thought. Little did I know that my eye also would have a personality of its own and just like me and turn out to be lazy. But however, this thing taught me that, life will not bend for you. You will have to bend for life. Although it was a death for one of my dreams, but somehow it led to the birth of another on the way.
चल बस, रुलाएगा क्या?